All right. YouTube. Hello. Welcome back. My name is Jason Ball, aka JB, and I want to welcome you guys back to Vampire Pimp Nation. All right. Now, the thing we need to discuss today is editing. And now, of course, I have a book, Birth of the Vampire Pimp, and we need to get this book edited, right? So the first thing that we need to do is find the proper editor that we need. Now, this book is obviously, of course, fictional. So we need to find a fictional book editor that pretty much knows the nuances of, fictitious books. Okay, so the way no, the kind of editor that we need is pretty much. I mean, I guess he or she is pretty much going to be basic anyway. I mean, I don't necessarily know the difference between the two. I'm just kind of going off Google. I'm just kind of reading online and so on and so forth or whatever, and I'm going by that. But what an editor does, obviously, if you write an article, if you write a book, whatever, you need a second set of eyes to look at the book, to go over it, to figure out, what's what, so on and so forth or whatever. Because you, the author, or whoever wrote the article, whatever the case may be, you're looking at it from your same vantage point, so you're not going to see like a lot of different mistakes. Like, for instance, I was reading the second chapter of the book just the other day, and I was supposed to say paintings, right? I wrote paints, and that's just a mistake that I happened to find or whatnot, and of course the editor's going to find a whole lot more, but I wrote paints. Yeah. So anyway, those are just like small things that the editor is going to find. There's going to do grammar, punctuation, spelling, typos, all those type things are going to be sorted out before it actually gets to you, the reader, the buyer, the person that's going to read the book. So, so we all don't look like idiots. So anyway, yes, but we need a fictitious author. I'm sorry, a fictitious editor for the book. So that's what I'm on right now. I'm working on those things, and I have an update. I went and picked up some flyers. I designed some flyers so that I'm going to give these out, so that it has my GoFundMe information, has my Venmo information, it has my YouTube information, so that readers, when I come in contact with readers, I can give these flyers to them, and then they can find the channel, they can find the GoFundMe, they can find the Venmo, they can find all these things to basically donate to have this book released. And I have something else. I got something else for you too, YouTube. You know what? I'm just gonna let the cat out the bag. I'm gonna shoot my next video, and it's going to be the release of the first chapter of my book, Birth of the Vampire Pimp. The first chapter is entitled A Beautiful Killer, and I'm going to release that possibly next week, because I had to figure out how to do it. I told you guys I'm completely 100% independent. There's a lot of these different things that I don't know how to do, so I have to pretty much look things up, ask other people, research things, and just kind of go from there. But I'm trying to really sort this thing out, by myself, fund it by myself, of course, with the help of you guys, GoFundMe, Venmo, whatnot. And so there's a lot of things I need to kind of, figure out and make sure that they're set up properly before I actually, release it out to the public. So anyway, let's go over a few of the editors that I've went through, and we'll also discuss pricing. Very important, extremely important, kind of crazy too. Like, once I go over these numbers, look, I have it written down. There's something called a basic copy editing, and they charge between $25 to $40 per hour. And sometimes they can get through maybe 10 pages in that hour or so, but $25 to $40 per hour. Yeah, okay. And then we have something called heavy copy editing. Now they want $35 to $50 per hour. Not really sure how many pages that they can actually get through within that time span, but they want 35 to 50 bucks per hour. Then there's something called substantive editing, which is $40 to $65 per hour. Oh, by the way, this is like just one of the different, websites that I went to, and one of the different editing. So there's a whole bunch of them. There's a whole lot of math involved. I'm not going to make you sit through that. Anyway, so then we have something called developmental editing. Now, that's something that we don't need, because the book is already written. We already have everything sorted out in a way that it needs to be sorted out. We just need to go back to the, punctuation, typos, all the stuff that I mentioned before. Those are things mainly that we need to get taken care of and sorted out, formatting, so on and so forth. We'll do that with the editor that we're actually going to choose, right? But yeah, then we have I mean, I hate to even tell you guys this number because I was like, man, what? But between, and like I said, there's a lot more. I'm just not gonna run it down to you. But it's to edit this book, which is 336 pages, 17 chapters. It's going to be between $1,000 and $8,000 just to edit this book, which is only 336 pages. We're not gonna pay that. We are not gonna pay that. It's like, I mean, I'm very good when it comes down to money and math and budgeting and so on and so forth. But we're not gonna pay that. It's not to say that the person or people or company or whatever wouldn't be worth that. But we're gonna pay something, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna be 8 grand. 8 grand is yeah, that's just not gonna happen with us right now. So anyway, but that is what we're moving on to do. Now, I have the flyers. I have the flyers. I just told you guys that I have the flyers. I'm going to show you guys that. Put that on the screen. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So we have the flyers. So we're going to take care of those. And when I get around, my meetings and my groups and so on and so forth like that, people that love books, they love to read, I'm going to give them flyers so they can get in contact with us. So, we'll be out there doing that. And that's all good. I'm going to give you guys the chapter list again. So that just to remind you guys what the chapters are. 17 chapters. And I'm going to run those down right there. Okay. We have Venmo. I'm going to show you guys what the Venmo is. And I just need you guys to donate. I really need you guys to donate. Go to the GoFundMe page and please, 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 please donate. And I know once we get to our goal and I can release this book, I know you guys are gonna love it, man. I was just reading this the other day. I know you guys are gonna love it. So please support the channel, subscribe. When I have new videos coming out, you'll be able to see those videos coming out. You'll be able to understand what those videos are pertaining to, thumbnails, so on and so forth and whatnot. But I want you guys to check it out. I want you guys to support me. Go to my GoFundMe page. Please drop a little something in the bucket. Help me out so that I can release this book. But I'm going to give you guys the first chapter of the book, A Beautiful Killer. That's the name of the chapter. Hey, I love it. I love it. I want you guys to love it as well. So on the very next video, that's what I want you guys to subscribe and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But the very next video, I'm going to drop that for you. So once again, Vampire Pimp Nation, I love you guys. I want you guys to go ahead and support me. I want you guys to hear this first chapter, and I want you guys to actually be able to read this book. So, man, peace and love, but I want you guys to go ahead and take care of that, all right? Gonna take care of that for me? Cool. All right, GoFundMe, Vampire Pimp Nation. I'm out. Thank you so much.